Throughout the election campaign, Nicola Sturgeon's message could not have been more clear.
The SNP will never put the Tories into government, not now, not ever. We will not do any deals that would put the Tories into power.
Which is why, coming on the day she attacked the Tories at an anti-Trident rally in Glasgow, a leaked memo suggesting she told the French ambassador she wanted Mr Cameron to remain as Prime Minister was so explosive. Now, 7 weeks later, and after a Whitehall leak inquiry, the former Scotland Secretary, the Liberal Democrat MP Alistair Carmichael, has admitted he was responsible and apologised to her.
I've accepted full responsibility for what happened here. This happened in my department. It involved my special advisor while I was the Secretary of State for Scotland. I could have stopped it, I should have stopped it. That was clearly an error of judgment on my part. For that I have apologised both to the First Minister and to the French Ambassador.
The First Minister, whose party won 56 MPs in the election, says she's grateful for an apology, but is not going to let the matter rest.
I'm saying he should consider his position and reflect on the fact that, he didn't put his hands up to this during the election. I'm a politician that has spent my whole political career campaigning against Conservatives and Conservative governments. The idea that I wanted to see another Tory government is absurd.
When the leak row erupted over the Easter weekend, Alistair Carmichael said, "This is the middle of an election campaign. These things happen." Nicola Sturgeon responded by accusing him of dirty tricks and a smear campaign. Despite the First Minister's denials, it's still not entirely clear whether the leaked memo written by Mr Carmichael's special advisor was accurate or not. A Cabinet Office statement said the Cabinet Secretary has concluded that there's no reason to doubt that he recorded accurately what he thought he'd heard. But in his letter to the First Minister, Mr Carmichael said, "I accept that its publication was a serious breach of protocol and that the details of that account are not correct." The Cabinet Office says part of Ms Sturgeon's conversation might have been lost in translation. It was reported to a civil servant by the French Consul General in Edinburgh.
I do not know where this comes from, because it is certainly not in my report that anyone give any preference.
After Ms Sturgeon met Mr Cameron in Edinburgh last week, she described their talks as constructive and businesslike. No mention of friendly or cordial, suggesting the leak by one of Mr Cameron's coalition ministers has left a bitter taste. John Craig, Sky News.